All right, today we're going to talk about why your vegetable soup always turns out so bland and how to fix it right here on Chef Brian's Kitchen. Let's get started and make sure you stay to the end because I've got a tip that really will take this to a whole nother level. You do not want to miss it. I promise you it changes the game, okay? So you want to get your soup pot or whatever you have handy that you normally cook nice soup in, Dutch oven, whatever it is. And we're going to hit it with some extra virgin olive oil to start, all right? And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some yellow onion into our pot, all right? I've got about a cup of yellow onion diced. And the whole key here is we are going to create layers of flavor. Now, I know you guys have heard me talk about that over and over and over again. But honestly, if your vegetable soup is just not hitting it like it's supposed to be hitting it, it's because you're kind of just having vegetables kind of layered in some broth and some seasonings, and it's like they're all disjointed and it's not going to work. You've got a layer of flavors, okay? That's what cooking's all about. When you start to condense the flavors and they become one as a family, that's what we're going to do here, and that changes the whole game. So we'll get our onion in first. We want to get this to become translucent, okay? And what we're doing here, again, is our first hint of flavor. Now, this is the important part from here. Once you've got this going on, we're gonna add a little bit of garlic. We're gonna add about 1 tablespoon of garlic paste, or the equivalent of 2 cloves. And we get that in there. And now, some tomato paste, 1 tablespoon as well. And here's a tip I know I've talked about before, but it changes the game: anchovy paste. 1 teaspoon of anchovy paste. Okay, now you can already see we're already changing the game here because we are creating some amazing layers of flavor. One of the misnomers about cooking any kind of soup is you think that the flavor is coming in the broth. No. The flavor is being developed way before we even put the broth in. Okay, so by the time you put the broth in, it's only adding to what we've already developed on the bottom. This is what changes the whole game here. So as you can see, and it smells unbelievable already. Look at that. Okay, now I'm going to turn this heat down just a little bit to a simmer. And I want to go ahead and add in our frozen vegetables. Okay, this is about 2 pounds of frozen vegetables, and there's still some ice crystals on here. You don't have to worry about that because here's what we want to do. The water from these ice crystals are going to add kind of and make some of that stock all by itself. Probably about enough there. And as these cook down, that water will come off and it'll get mixed in with that first layer of flavor. And that's what we want. Let's get this all in there like that. Now, once this is in, we want to now immediately hit it with some salt and black pepper. So I want to break down the vegetables. So some kosher salt, about a teaspoon, and about a teaspoon of black pepper. Like that. And now we can go ahead and add our other seasonings right now. I've got some red pepper flake, optional, but I like mine. Just a dash. We're going to add some dried thyme, a dash, probably about a half a teaspoon if you want to be really accurate, and about a half a teaspoon of some basil. And again, we're just layers of flavor here. Look at this. Looks so good. We've yet to even add our broth because we want to get all of these vegetables coated with that first layer. And this is how the soup gains that massive, like, just bold flavor. Okay. So we're going to let this go probably for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. When we come back, we'll add our broth, and then I'll show you the next steps. And then, like I said, don't go anywhere, because at the end, I'm going to show you something that really takes this to a level that you, just don't go anywhere. Be right back. All right, come on in here. You can see it's been about 5 minutes. The vegetables are cooking down nicely. You can see look at that broth in there. It's already just developing just some nice, I mean, that's just all flavor. That is nothing but flavor. And the other thing I want to talk to you about why this is going, just before we add our broth, is the kind of pot I'm using here. This is a cast iron Dutch oven, okay? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave a tag for one that I recommend. One that's either exactly like this or but under $100, but very, very worth it. I think I've had this for like 15 years. It's probably going to last another 50 years. I mean, they are amazing. The reason I love these for soups and stews is because when we're developing the layers of flavor, the thickness of this bottom of the pan really holds that flavor in there. I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, stainless steel is fine if you want to use a stainless steel pot or a favorite soup pot that you have. That's fine. But if you really want to take it up another notch, I'm telling you, there's something about this cast iron that holds in that crust at the bottom of that pan that adds to the whole flavor. Okay, and these are all the things that I actually talk about in my ebook, Cooking Made Simple. You can pick one up. I'll leave a link in the description box below. I talk about how to make a commitment to your equipment. I talk about spices and seasonings and how to avoid foodborne illness, and it's an amazing guide, if you will. If you would like one, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description box below. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and add our broth at this point. I'm going to add some chicken broth, and it's going to be 4 cups, okay? And like I said, this is not really where all the flavor is coming from. The flavor has already been locked in because of all of the paste that we did with the garlic and the tomato paste and the anchovy paste. And then we added the seasonings. So the flavor is already locked in. I mean, you can just look at this and you can already see this is going to be amazing, right? And you can just tell. Man, oh man, it smells unbelievable. So at this point, what we want to do before we get to that last pro tip that I wanted to share with you at the very end is we have this on a low simmer. We're going to let this go for about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? Just let it simmer. Let cooking cook. Let everything come together as one. That's what we're looking for here. When we come back, we will show you this last little trick. We'll take a taste. We'll adjust the seasonings if we have to. Can't wait. Be right back. All right, come on in here. Okay, so it's coming up to a nice boil here. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. So we get like a simmer, like so. All right, now you can see this is just looking amazing. So what I want to do real quick is we want to get a taste. See where we are on flavor. I think we're going to be fine, but you want to taste your broth. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm telling you, this is unbelievable. Okay, here is, I mean, the most amazing pro tip that'll take your vegetable soup, honestly. If you've been lacking flavor, do this and you will never turn back. We're going to create what I call an umami bomb, all right? And basically what we're going to do is 2 things at the same time. The umami bomb is going to be using soy sauce, okay? Very interesting, I know. And we're going to make it a cornstarch slurry, which is going to suspend the vegetables a little bit and give a nice shine and just some beauty, but it's just going to, it all comes together so well. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, let's see, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Just like that. Okay? Normally when you make a slurry, you're making it with cornstarch and water. We're using the soy sauce in its place. That's the secret here. And we just get that into making a nice little paste. Only at Chef Brian's Kitchen you're gonna learn something like this. All right. Now, you want to make sure that your soup is at not a roaring boil, but just right where it is right now. It's a little above a simmer, just like that. And then you get down to the middle here, and you slowly pour in this umami bomb, like so. Look at that. And you can just see how it's all coming together and suspended in the flavor. And we let this cook out for about 3 to 4 minutes. Just like that. Take another little flavor taste. I want you to see, look at the broth now. Look at that. The flavor and the color has changed. Now we shake the flavor. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord. Oh, baby. That is fantastic. All right. And now for the very, very last secret tip. 3 tablespoons of unsalted whole butter. We'll turn the heat completely off. And we just sort of stir this in like that. Those last 2 tips alone will make you famous to your friends and families and even strangers, I promise you. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And now, let's take it to the bowl. And you could bring this whole pot to your dinner table if you wanted to. Or serve it in a nice bowl like this. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And now, to not be outdone, some Parmigiano Reggiano, a nice little cheese grater, and look at this. Vegetable soup to absolutely die for. And now the moment of truth. Let's give it a taste. Oh gosh, this looks so good. Look at that. See how all the vegetables are suspended perfectly? The color is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Absolutely heavenly. Absolutely heavenly. I am telling you, that is so delicious. Oh my goodness. And there you have it. Unbelievable. Just vegetable soup bursting with flavor. There's no aisle in any store that is going to replace this. And literally for 25% of the cost, because this is going to be able to put in the freezer if you want. You can serve it. I mean, trust me, this is going to change the game I cannot wait till you guys try this. I want to hear how your recipe turned out. I know it's going to be good. Oh, I'm so excited for you to try this. Oh, I cannot wait to see you next time right here on Chef Brian's Kitchen. I am Chef Brian. And remember, as always, eat well and stay healthy.